Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Roll the intro. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Bitcade, episode 25. 25 episodes. I've been on every single one of them. And, we were talking about this beforehand, and it's like, man, what do we talk about now? It's easy when you start a podcast, then you just talk about anything you want to talk about. But now it's like, oh, man, we got to figure out what we got to do. The good thing is, though, we get new blood in here every so often. And Tyler's back from
Yes, I
episode
am.
24. Thanks for coming back.
Not a problem. Glad to be back.
Yeah. Obviously, I didn't scare you off too much. We apparently scared off Nate, actually.
Really?
So he actually went away for the weekend, so that's why he's not here. But it is episode 25, and we got a very special episode for you guys. It is going to be talking about Fantasy Smash Brothers, Jedi Fallen Order predictions, and scary games. Those are the topics of this episode of Bitcade. Remember, every single topic is broken out bit by bit, and then at the end of the month, or at the end of whenever the show is done, episode 25, then we get the full episode. Audio versions are available at that time, too. So, let's get into it. Fantasy Smash Brothers. Tyler, this is your topic. What are we talking about?
Well, basically, I thought this would be a good topic because don't take my pillow.
Oh, you wanted
No,
it? I don't know.
I don't care. I don't care.
I was like, that's a very frilly pillow there. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, with Joker right around the corner for being in the game, like still don't have a release date, but he's coming out this month. So without obviously when a new Smash Bros comes out and DLC, it's always, oh, I want this character. Wouldn't that be sweet? This character's in. So of course everyone goes crazy, and then leaks come out, which are just glorified, obviously rumors and like, I know someone at Nintendo.
Yeah. My dad works for Nintendo. See, the thing is, though, is when you live in Washington, it's not necessarily a thing that you might not. Your uncle or your dad might work for Nintendo. So.
Yeah, but still, I'm just like, these are all just rumors until I actually see like something from Nintendo.
Yeah.
But obviously, like when Smash Ultimate came out, no one would. I shouldn't say no one, but a very few people would say, "Oh yeah, I can see Joker in there."
Yeah, I didn't. As soon as they did that, I think I saw like the IGN trailer of it. I was like, what? No, wait, that was at the Game Awards, right? Was it a Game Awards that they announced it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
When I
so.
saw that, the first time I saw it, no matter what it was, I was definitely shocked. I was like, whoa, okay. And we touched on this in the last episode, Bitcade, where I was like, of all people, never would have saw a PlayStation property going in. I would have saw maybe a Microsoft property going in first.
Yeah.
But
well, apparently, Sakurai is a big fan of Persona 5. Apparently, in his Did You Know Gaming, shout out to them.
Yeah.
Apparently, all in his free time, he just played Persona 5.
Huh. Okay. Okay.
And I think in his first playthrough, he got everyone maxed out, like all his confidants. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Sakurai.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot to do.
Dude.
That's a lot of time. I haven't played Persona. Well, I played Persona 5 a little bit, but Persona 4 takes a long time to try and max out everybody.
God, yeah.
So
That's my next one I want to go to.
yeah.
And then you can get Persona 3 for not too it's not too expensive.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to go to. Anyway, back on topic.
Sure.
My number one pick might not come as a surprise because it was a Nintendo property on the 64. Microsoft has it and hasn't done jack with him. Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo going to Smash.
I believe he would work out so well. My number one pick.
That would also be the if Nintendo wanted to keep licensing out characters, wouldn't be too far out of the question because it would just be with Microsoft now at this point.
Yeah, and so far they're playing nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see the crossover with Banjo-Kazooie. Okay, so what in Smash they have their Smash Ultimate, and then they have do they have any other perks in as a character?
They shoot eggs. They can either shoot or poop out eggs. So that
in what?
In the standalone games.
Oh no.
Oh.
What I'm saying is like in Smash Brothers, what are your basic moves? You get an ultimate, you get
your
an attack.
Your neutral A up in the sides and down, and those aerial, and your special moves up, side and down and neutral.
Okay.
So his recovery, his up B can do something with Kazooie. Obviously, fly up.
Oh, okay. So it's like your jump. Would that be his like jump?
Ooh, it could be. You could make it like Ridley too. Ridley or kind of Kirby.
Yeah.
Like his double jump and then like Kazooie can flap.
Yeah. Kind of do this little like
and
three
then,
flaps and
yeah,
gets him up.
and then maybe his up B can be like a vertical only, just like a straight up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
His neutral B could probably just be like an egg, like the egg shot or something.
Okay.
Now
what would his ultimate be?
Throws jiggies at everyone.
Okay.
No, I didn't think about his ult, but they could find something cool.
Sure.
Like
Now, would you say that like Banjo does an ult, or would you say it's the combination of Banjo?
I'd say it's combo because
Okay.
like
Is there any other Ice Climbers do combo, right?
Duck Hunt I think is a combo too.
Okay. So not out of the question of that they could do something like that. So
no. Well, yeah, and then Mega Man calls in like all his Mega Man friends.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But that's not really like a part of his character. It's just, hey, it would be neat to have every Mega Man in the Smash.
Mm-hmm.
They could, with the games and what they have for Banjo, they can make a good moveset around him. Me and my friend talked about we'd love to see Skull Kid in there
from
Majora's Mask.
Okay.
I think he'd be dope. Zant would be okay.
Now, I was thinking that not to go too far off a rare. What if Conquer came back?
Conquer, I would embrace Conquer too.
Yeah.
Because again, property owned by Microsoft, hasn't done jack shit.
Yeah.
Minus the fake teaser trailer.
Yeah, they did the rare replay to kind of bring him back.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of the testing ground to see if anyone would like him. I don't know. It'd be. I think that Conquer could do something just because I was thinking like cartoon-esque kind of feel to a character, and Banjo has it. Obviously, Banjo, Conquer, and Diddy Kong were in a kart racer together, so it's like. I don't think that it's too far out of the question to see that maybe Conquer comes back in.
Yeah, but I think with Diddy Kong, Conquer's Bad Fur Day wasn't even out yet.
No, he was still an E-rated game.
Your point's still valid. It's just they didn't know where to go with Conquer.
Yes.
It was just a placeholder. Because I remember as a kid playing Diddy Kong Racing, I'm like, Conquer.
Yeah. Well, see, my thing is with because obviously he's a mature property. So, but my thought is, well, Bayonetta's mature, right? And
Metal Gear Solid, and then now Persona.
Yeah. So it's like not too far out.
No,
not too far out of the question. If you can get Joker in there, you could probably get Conquer in there.
God, they're probably gonna have another Fire Emblem character in it, just because of the new game coming out, which I'm not opposed. Just don't make him a sword fighter, please. Do something else.
So what would you say? So where are my boundaries here? Do you think they all have to be somewhat cartoon-esque?
No.
Mm-mm.
If you want like a Big Daddy from BioShock, go right ahead.
He was in PlayStation All-Stars. I really liked PlayStation All-Stars because you did get to play as Big Daddy versus like Kratos and all these other PlayStation properties.
I think Kratos would work well in Smash too.
Probably, but
you have to tone him down. But
yeah, but the thing is with all of because with PlayStation All Stars, it kind of throws in all those people that were originally in PlayStation properties that could come over. Even though BioShock isn't a PlayStation property, it was just Big Daddy got thrown in there. Parappa the Rapper was in that. Nathan Drake was in that.
Wasn't Raiden or Metal Gear Solid Rising that dude in there?
I think so. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a lot of who that was in there.
I just look at that game as like Sony looked at Nintendo like we need something like that.
Yeah, that was definitely
Smash.
That was definitely the thought process of it.
It failed.
Yeah,
I've only played it once and I had no idea what the hell was going on.
I had it for free. After you play it a while, it's not bad. It's not a bad game. and they did have a Vita version of that, and it played really well too. So like it was free on PlayStation Plus, so I picked it up when it was that, and so I played all of those. Played it for a big good chunk of while, and it was fun because they like power up meters. And so depending on what meter up to like level 3, there's 3 levels you can get to. If you get to level 1, you can do like a semi-powerful move. You get to level 2, you do like a pretty powerful move, and then you get to level 3, that's like your main ultimate move, and you just totally annihilate people.
Yeah,
it takes a while, but you gotta
I just remember being
it.
confused because I would knock people off the stage, but they wouldn't go out. They would just keep coming back. I'm like, how do I win?
Yeah.
How do you KO someone?
You just beat the crap out of them until they explode or something like that. I can't remember what was going on in that. Sly Cooper was in that game too.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's quite a few PlayStation properties in that one.
I don't think there's that many characters that won't work per se. It's just more of a personal preference. Like everyone wants Goku in there, and I'm not about that.
Yeah, because I would say you're starting to get into that like non.
I don't want to like. They already got Jump Force, and I know God, that game. I haven't played it, but from what I've seen of it, it's just a mess.
Yeah, because like
and not to mention like all the other Dragon Ball Z like fighting games that are out.
Yeah,
and like I don't know, like.
Well, see, if you get him in there, he can actually legitimately fly. And that makes things like way difficult for I don't know because like I guess you could say like
Ridley can fly.
Yeah.
You can. I don't know. You can make him like OG like Kid Goku before he can fly. That would actually be pretty cool.
I just don't know if the art style though could flow with that.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. It's like when you
Joker
get Conquer,
looks a little different. Joker looks a little different in the Smash.
Yeah, but he's still a little bit more towards the like Japanese animation, which kind of flows with the Nintendo's thing. And like I don't know, because like you can say with Dragon Ball as well, but at that I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why he couldn't fit. It just in my mind he doesn't fit. Now, if you talk about like the Dragon Quest guys, could any of the Dragon Quest guys go in there? Same style of animation.
But I don't want him, or I just as long as they're not a sword fighter.
Yeah,
I don't want any more sword fighters in Smash. There's too many.
Yeah, I mean, if you get that route, then you would be dealing with.
And that's why, like, with the new Fire Emblem character, which I wouldn't go as far as I say I'd put money down on it, but I think it's a very good and safe.
So, how many more expansions are coming out?
There's 4 more. There's 5 characters.
Now, 4 more, including the one coming, or
yeah, Joker's the first one, so there's 4 more.
Okay, so there's 5 total.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And Piranha Plant, thank God, does not count. But dude, Piranha Plant is really good. He is a bitch to fight against.
Yeah, let's see.
Who I've been talking all this time. Who would you like to see?
Well, I said Conquer, just going off of your thing with Rare.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like Nintendo classic games that haven't really been able to break in there. But Kirby's made it because obviously that's
Waluigi.
Waluigi is Wario in Smash?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's been in since Brawl. So the past 3.
Okay. Toad is in Smash?
I mean, he's
there, but he's not a playable character.
No.
Okay. Toad could happen.
Captain Toad,
yeah, more specifically. Captain Toad, and then if you wanted to switch, like, you know how they have, like, Pikachu, you get Lucha Pikachu, you can have Toadette as one of the options.
Oh, that's probably another one they're going to do, too, is another Pokemon, because of Sword and Shield, which, again...
Another sword fighter.
Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
I would be...
You can have Zygarde in that. Because Zygarde has like all those different forms.
Oh no, you can have I call him Bankai, but Agislash, the little floating sword and shield.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I think Pokemon's overrepresented, but if they have a really good Pokemon to fit into Smash, go for it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else is there that hasn't been. That's Nintendo, man. Because now you start going down the list of all those characters that are Nintendo that haven't made it in.
I mean,
there's very far and few between at this point.
I mean, everyone wants Geno, this obscure character from, I shouldn't say obscure, but from Super Mario RPG, and I go, who?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't.
Well, I
know.
never played RPG, so that was.
I never played it either, but apparently, like, for some reason,
I want the Mario and Luigi from Mario Typing.
Can we get the Mario from Mario and Sonic Go to the Winter Olympics, specifically 2018?
So here's the other thing. What if they put Piranha Plant in, right? What if they put Chain Chomp in there? Could that work? I don't know how Piranha Plant plays. But as far as I see, Piranha Plant is just a mouth he's just a Venus flytrap. So if Chain Chomp, you control him, he could be as big as Bowser. So he doesn't need to be too big. Does that work?
That's an interesting question.
Because he's just a big ball.
Yeah. See, my thing with Piranha Plant, like, I think it's funny how he's added because it's just Piranha Plant. It's not like a specific one. Like even in what was it? Brawl, that big one with the 2 cages. No, just normal ass Piranha Plant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like with a Chain Chomp, though.
I don't think so because of just it's a ball, but just mobility.
Yeah, but I mean, we didn't think a Piranha Plant could be a good one, and he's in a fucking pot. He's in a pot.
Yeah.
But he jumps still. He still does and Chain Chomp does jump in the games. Piranha Plant never jumps. He's fully seated the whole time.
I don't know. Like Sakura is a mad genius, so he could probably make it work.
Yeah. And his ultimate, he spins he bites you and he spins around and throws you off it.
Or he just calls all of his friends and they just stampede you like Yoshi.
Oh jeez.
Like Yoshi's
that could work too.
Ultimate.
It's just a whole bunch of them just running at you.
Yeah.
Is Koopa Troopa in Smash?
No. I don't even think it's an assist trophy.
That could work.
I love how you're just going like for like normal ass.
Yeah, like I want to know. I want to know all the ones that haven't been.
Can we get Goomba in there?
Yeah, well, Goomba, I don't know if that could work either because he can't pick you up at all. And
the more times you stomp on him, the stronger he gets.
Yeah, he turns into a bigger Goomba.
He's like literally like Wobbuffet.
Oh man, trying to think of those.
I would like to see more Metroid people in there, but I don't
Metroid,
know. I don't know who you would put.
Do they have a Metroid in there?
Mother Brain or anything? No.
No. Okay.
The latest is Dark Samus, which is an Echo Fighter, which he's a lot floatier. I prefer Dark Samus over Dark Pit because Dark Pit should just be a reskin. Change my mind.
Oh man. I'm trying to think of all of it. Oh, we can have some of the Octopath characters.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because like they
no
threw
sword,
in
no sword fighters, but yeah, okay.
they have mages too in there.
Yeah,
clerics and whatnot. I could see an Octopath, and the game succeeded.
Oh God, yeah.
So it would be kind of a waste of property to not have any Fire Emblem.
And even
Octopath people.
You can even go maybe. I know if there are plans for another one, but another Bravely Default, you can maybe throw that.
Okay.
There's already 2 games, right? Yeah, Bravely Second and just Bravely Default.
Mm-hmm. Trying to go down the list of all the Switch games I have. They have the gorilla from 1-2 Switch.
Can we get the cowboy guy in 1-2 Switch?
Yeah, exactly.
I.e. McCree.
What is the?
Can we get Overwatch in our Smash, please?
Who would be the perfect fit for that though?
Tracer, Genji, Hanzo.
Diva could be a good one too.
Yeah, I could see Diva working. You could, yeah. Just no Symmetra. Please, no.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm like now. I'm looking at all the games that I currently have. I'm trying to figure out what games I currently have on Switch. I have Octopath. I just got Civilization 6.
You did?
Yeah.
I literally saw.
It's really fun.
I saw that. I didn't even like. Oh wow, they ported that.
Yeah, it's really done well.
Wait, is 6? When did 6 come out? Is it
like
new?
2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
No, it's new for Switch.
No, okay.
And you can touch. You can use touch.
Oh, see, that's what's really cool. Is that these ports?
Yeah.
They're adding the touch screen to them.
Yeah, the ones that are good, they do that for.
Yeah.
Then I have, what is that?
Ooh, Spyro.
Spyro.
I think Spyro can work. I would take.
That's a PlayStation.
I know.
Thing too.
Yes, but it's on Xbox. The remakes.
Yes,
Same thing with Crash. I would rather see Spyro than Crash, though. I could see Spyro working a little bit better.
That could work. Now, a lot of people talked about when they were talking about all these updates and things. Steve from Minecraft.
Please no.
But here's the thing. It kind of works though, because you're really logistically Smash Brothers is considered a younger audience. And I guess I don't know. Minecraft is still as toughed it out. They've continued going. So I think seeing Steve in there, sure he might be not like the crowd favorite or played at tournaments or whatever, but I think he could fit.
Dude, my friend's cousin was over last weekend or not too long ago. Dude was playing Minecraft. I came home from work and the dude was playing Minecraft. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, I have it.
Coming from a person who's never played Minecraft before.
Oh man, you missed out.
I have never.
You missed out on that.
And he's like, "You want to play?" I'm like, "No, I want to keep it like that."
No, the thing about Minecraft, what makes it fun is it's one of those games that you really do have to play with other people.
Yeah, no, like I don't doubt.
It's the stories that you take out of Minecraft.
I'm not saying
that make it fun.
I'm not saying if I play it, I won't like it because I'm pretty sure if I do give it a chance, I will like it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to get sucked into it. Got it. Okay, no, I can see that. I can see that.
But I don't. God, he's on my thing with like Gino. Like I don't want to see him in it. Like I can see him working, but just no, please.
Yeah.
Just no.
A lot of people talked about having Master Chief in it because they want to have Master Chief fight Samus.
Again, no.
The thing about Master Chief going in there is I feel like he just doesn't really fit. It's like if you took Kratos and you threw him in Smash
Literally,
Brothers.
I could just see him having... No. Okay, so Snake has grenades. So Master Chief will have the plasma grenades and just stick people.
He could do that. He can also use Bubble Shield.
He's got a sword.
He can have a sword. He has a gun. He has guns. Are the rabbits in there? Are the rabbits in Smash Brothers?
No.
I think the rabbits could come in.
Can we do it one step? Can we get minions?
No. Here's the thing. The reason why I say rabbits is because Mario and Rabbids.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just being dumb because rabbits are like minions.
Yeah, no. The thing about the reason why I bring up rabbits is because Chief. My connection here is when I was talking about Chief and they bring the gun in. Guns aren't usually in Nintendo properties very often, and when they are, they're very like used in a different way. Like with Metroid, they're not bullets; they're just plasma shots kind of thing. So, and then my connection was in Mario and Rabbids. Mario does get a gun. It's not like used in the traditional sense.
It's like a laser cannon, right?
I can't remember what he actually uses, but it's not used in a traditional sense.
Well, I mean, Bayonetta is kind of now a Nintendo property, and those are real guns.
Oh, okay.
But your point's still valid. Like, it's rare that they do have just normal guns.
So, Rabbids I could see coming in, too.
Oh, God.
Because Ubisoft and Nintendo are very buddy-buddy, too. So,
can we just get, like, the default character from Fortnite?
I almost didn't want to bring it up. But it wouldn't shock me if Fortnite does.
All his special moves are emotes. He can't attack. It's just all emotes.
Yeah, I look at it as like where would okay, so here's logistically, do you think it's a possibility that a Fortnite character could go to Smash?
I would see Steve. Steve would be in way before Fortnite.
Steve would go in for.
Okay. Oh yeah, for sure. And
probably.
I would welcome.
Because now here's the other thing: those are like real guns, though. Those are like legitimate guns that are being used in.
But some of them, you throw some skins and they don't really look like guns.
True. Okay.
Don't
they have like a Nerf one?
I don't know. Like a Nerf skin?
Yeah.
I've only played a damn game once.
Let's see. Where else can we go with this? How weird and wild can we get with this?
Tetris.
You're a Tetris block. You're the square. Just the square. Wait. So what Tetris block would you want? Or is that the skins? You can pick whichever one you want.
No, every life is a different one.
Every life's so when you die, then it comes randomly out. Oh my gosh! And your ult is just a full Tetris.
Yeah, just
No, the ult is there's a space just perfectly for the character that is getting smashed on. It's put into that animation, and then it completes it, and then it just destroys him, and that's the ult you use. It's an actual Tetris. That'd be kind of interesting. I'd play as him. They put Rob the Robot in there. Obscure characters are not too far off here.
Oh, can we get the gamer glove too? Since we're talking about Rob?
Oh yeah,
the power glove. That's
power
what it's
glove,
called. Yeah.
We might as well put like the VR thing in there.
I almost called it Action Replay. Oh my God, what's it called?
The like VR red thing. I can't remember.
Oh my God.
But speaking of that, you could put Labo at that point. Just everyone has like a
just
Labo.
Just a 10-year-old with Labo.
Yeah.
Just
it's a me with
I'm
Labo.
really playing Smash Bros.
Yeah. What else is there? I'm gonna do one more. Let's do one more piece. Go as obscure as you possibly can go. I'm gonna say Elizabeth from BioShock, because she can do tears, and she can like tear into. She can be like in Mortal Kombat, where you know how Scorpion, if he's standing on one side, he'll like dash to one side, dash to the other, and like throw you down. See, she could do that. She could run in. Tear, run into one side, tear, pop at the other side, and then take you and throw you down. There you go. That's my obscure one. You got to come up with the most weird and wild one you can come up with.
You put me on a spot here.
I know. I'll banter for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section below, what are some legitimate ones that you think that could get into Smash, and what are some... But in there, I want you to go wild. I want you to pick any random video game character you can, and put that in the comment section below, too. If you're watching the video version of this. Do you have one? Get wild.
Can we get a car from Forza?
Sure. What is... So, you got to explain it, though. You got to explain. What's the ult? What's a move or something?
So, obviously, you can reskin it perfect.
Okay, yep. There's multiple skins. There's multiple skins of Elizabeth, too. There's a lot of that, too. Anyway.
You can use the doors, open up the doors to hit.
It just like pops open.
Just like, do the hood.
Bam.
You do the hood. You can
knocks him off stage.
Tokyo Drift. But
now here's the thing: how do you jump? It just
hydraulics.
It just has go-go gadget like jumping mechanism.
Dude, I mean, I know I'm kind of stretching here, but
go ahead, get wild.
Fast and the Furious, those cars fly.
Sure, in some ways. Okay.
Dropped an F-bomb. No, I didn't know if I can do that.
No, yeah, you can swear at this. If you drive, okay, let's say you get thrown off. How do you get back?
Okay, literally, Bowser Jr. is like in a cart. So if you come back again, Nitro, you're going.
Oh, you just hit Nitro and it boosts you up to the direction you want to go. Okay. It's like a Rocket League car. Yeah. So you can put Rocket League in there.
When you said, I'm like, oh shit, Rocket League.
Okay. Do you want to change yours to Rocket League?
Yeah, let's do Rocket League.
Just a Rocket League.
Let's do a Rocket League car.
Okay.
And his ult is literally you just turn into the soccer ball and you get shot through the goal.
Okay. Yeah. No. Here's the thing. I think this is kind of what you just said, but like, so let's say it's like Kirby. The ultimate is going on Kirby. A ball closes in on Kirby, and then the animation is the car going full speed and knocking it, and it hits off stage into the goal that's off stage.
Oh no! I want to take mine back.
Okay.
Can we get, because there's an NBA game on Switch, right?
I mean, there's 2K. 2K's on NBA.
Can we get Steph Curry in Smash?
just an actual athlete.
Dude,
just a professional athlete.
Dude,
if that's the case, then we could use WWE superstars.
That would be fun, dude.
So you just get like AJ Styles like doing a flying forearm going off of the
Brock Lesnar coming in just suplexing Mario.
Oh my god!
Come on, that would not. You can't say that.
Would I not want that? I would definitely want that. But
I'm still stick with my Rocket League card. But those are possibilities.
Okay. Is that going to be it? Any closing things about that?
Get Banjo and Smash.
Okay.
Please, come on, Sakurai.
Okay.
I know you want to.
Remember, comment section is open for you guys. But we're moving on to our second topic, which is Jedi Fallen Order predictions. We just watched the trailer to this before we jumped into this part here. Before we jumped into the video, the recording, and what do you think of it so far? Made by Respawn, EA's publishing.
Like I told you, it's got EA's name on it.
It does have it, but it also has Respawn's name on it.
And they did make Titanfall. I like Titanfall. Didn't play too much, but I played Titanfall at a time where I was just so burnt out on first-person shooters.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend got it. I'm like, what is this? This looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it was. Like, Titanfall has been really fun. I came out at a time where the second one, where I was kind of burnt out. I'm like, I don't really want to play it. And at the time, like, EA just got worse and worse. But again, Respawn. I know it's Respawn, but just you throw those two letters on any game, any box art.
The Electronic Arts.
I do like I want to throw up.
Yeah, the thing about when I knew that Respawn was the next to take on a Star Wars franchise, it puts it into, I think they're the only ones that are going to come out of this whole deal that actually succeed at what they are, what Disney wanted their games to be.
Yeah, until LucasArts comes in and makes the next one.
Because with Disney's, so I think it was oh man, now I don't even know. I'm not even going to throw the number out there. But it's a numbered contract that EA gets exclusive rights into making Disney's Star Wars games. And so that contract was done let's see here. So last year was Battlefront 2, right?
I think that was 2 years.
2 years ago was
Battlefront
Battlefront 2?
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Anyway, we've gotten 2 games. Not very much games have been happening. We're getting our 3rd installment to this whole Star Wars deal. And nothing against DICE, who are the guys who've been making it in the past times. The Battlefield crew has been making these games. Or the Battlefront. No, Battlefield.
Yeah,
Battlefield. That's right.
Battlefield makes Battlefront.
God. So anyway, they make both of them. and visually, the games have been stunning. Visually, the games have been great. The sound effects in Star Wars, in Battlefront 2 and Battlefront are insane to make it almost feel like you're really there. And that's the thing that you get when you're building Battlefield. Is like Battlefield plays almost exactly like that. Visually, it's great, all that stuff. Mechanically, both of those games have fallen very short, and that's kind of the problem that have happened with why people aren't really buying Battlefield anymore, why people have started to not buy Battlefront. The whole microtransaction thing, I look at that as a kind of a, what is it? A good thing in disguise, something like that. A blessing in disguise. That's what I.
Well, it takes the voting with your wallet. It actually worked. Well,
yeah.
And then they're like, oh, this game that you thought was dead, we're gonna add Obi-Wan to it. We're gonna add Anakin and Grievous.
Well, that's why I was looking at
and
it
I was like,
with the blessing in disguise thing is, if that whole microtransaction situation didn't happen, video games as an industry, I don't know where it would have kept going. And eventually someone would have kept doing it until they would have got to where Battlefront 2 was. And that's why I think that it was bound to happen, to see how far companies can go until people voted with their wallets. And clearly what EA did with Battlefront 2 was that line. That's the line, and everyone figured out, okay, we need to add incentive into you playing. And then you get games like Apex Legends. You get games like Fortnite, or games that are PUBG that allow you to purchase the thing, but it's not going to cause you any extravagant thing. Overwatch did it before them, but they were a little bit earlier the curve. That's why I didn't throw them into this conversation. But the thing is like, because of what they've done, I feel like they've learned a lot from what it is.
You would think that, you would hope that they learned.
Hopefully. Maybe not EA as a whole, but some of the companies and some of the sub-companies that work for EA,
right,
I think are going to learn this. And I think Respawn is by far the one anti-EA company that's under the EA umbrella, because they've been screwed by them not once, but twice. And then they decided, you know what, we're making our own game. You're telling us that we have to release this game. We're going to release it when we want to. We're not going to tell anybody. We don't want advertisements. We're going to release it. They release Apex Legends, and it soars off. It only leaked like a couple days before the release, which is insane in today's day and age.
Okay, so I only know, like, we talked about this earlier, but the Titanfall, that they got kind of screwed over because it came out around the same time Battlefield came out. What was the second time, or what was another time they got screwed over?
Well, Titanfall, the first one, they kind of just didn't really do anything with it. Like Xbox was the only people advertising that game. Like every time you saw an advertisement, it's usually an Xbox. And so when I looked at, I definitely think that with Titanfall 2, it was definitely the biggest slap to the face and definitely the more blemish on the relationship between Respawn and EA because they put them, I think it was a week before or a week after Battlefield, Battlefield
and then Call of Duty.
And Call of Duty came out the week after that.
But that's not EA, but still.
Yeah, no, it was three shooters that came out right after each other.
But still, to like have them all come out at the same time, and not only that, they have another game coming out. They have to compete with themselves.
Yes. Yeah, it's just when I look at how EA does have, a lot of people shit on EA, and they rightfully deserve it at some points. I think Activision deserves more of it than how EA gets it.
Activision's bad
but
too.
I think EA gets the blunt force of the bat because they are the ones that have been in the light a lot longer. And so when Activision's been around for decades, but EA has really set foot themselves into places. Anyway, when I look at EA, I go, man, you guys have the stuff. You have what you can do with all the things you have. You have the top sports games. You have monopolies over football, American football, and
basketball.
No, they don't have basketball. No, because 2K took that title.
Oh.
But you have like football, hockey, and basketball. I throw it in there.
Baseball?
They don't have baseball anymore
2K.
either.
That's 2K too.
No, MLB The Show.
Oh.
Yeah, they took that too. So it's like you have sports games. FIFA being one of the biggest games that they have, and worldwide. There's just so many things that EA once was. Like you play any of the Electronic Arts that came out back in the early 2000s. Harry Potter, all those games were made by EA. Like it's just crazy to think that a lot of these games.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they say EA Games challenging everything, and like they
do
that whole thing, and and it's so crazy how big EA eventually got. And then they made Medal of Honor. They made all these fantastic games. And then for some reason, over the corner of the 2010s, we just have kind of, from 2010 to 2019, there's just something that has not connected with a lot of their stuff. I don't know why and what it is.
You could say the same thing with Activision, too.
True. I'm just kind of throwing rocks at EA right now.
Oh, but those are the two biggest, I'll say it, blemishes in the gaming industry is EA and Activision with their whole profits. Like I could just see them like talking to developers to be like, they're like, hey, we need more time. No, you have a deadline.
Now
fix it in post.
Here's the thing though. When EA also publishes games like A Way Out, which was made by the guy who made Brothers, and came out last year, I believe, and it was about the two people. It was the couch co-op game where they're in the prison and whatnot.
I vaguely remember hearing about that. Never played it.
So here's the great game. The deal that EA has is they will publish your game and give you full 100% of the profit.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
And because of that, A Way Out sold so well that that company now has a bigger studio. Because EA allowed them to publish that. They just publish the game and they let it go. So the thing is there are things that EA does correctly. There are just things that they can't dig themselves out of that just continually throw themselves into bad business decisions. And but with a story-based game like A Way Out, it allowed them to, kind of
it's also cool.
To boost that company.
What I really like about this new Star Wars game is there's an actual story. Granted, Battlefront.
I mean, that's all we've seen so far. It's just the story.
Yeah, no,
the first thing we saw was a story trailer.
Yeah. But I mean, Battlefront 2 had a story, but good. Like I only seen a little bit about it.
Very short.
But good God, was it dumb?
Yeah.
And predictable.
Yeah, and it didn't look very good.
No, it was so bare bones. It's like they slapped it on last minute.
I played a little bit of it. Yeah. I saw where they were going with that, but they. it for some reason didn't look good in cutscenes, which was weird. And I was like, isn't this in game?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And going back to Battlefront 2, how do you not have Obi-Wan and Anakin day one?
Yeah.
And like again, when my friends
then again, they probably were waiting for Grievous though too, because that was the same update.
I don't care. Like the section, the selection of characters they had at the start.
Oh, it was pretty bad.
Poor.
It was pretty bad. But I think, again, that comes back to if we didn't get those microtransaction debacle, I don't know if they would have like continued to keep digging and trying to get more characters in.
Going back to the gameplay of that.
Jedi Fallen Order?
No.
Oh.
Battlefront.
Two.
Damn it. You're doing the same thing. Yeah, those. Not the good one on PlayStation 2 and Xbox, which, by the way, it's on Games for Gold.
It is. It might be one more week when this airs. But after that,
I saw that and I freaked. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Yeah. Download.
Which is weird. It's like, are those servers still on? Like,
I don't know.
Who at EA has those servers on?
Okay, anyway, so I was watching lightsaber fights. It looks so clunky and awkward in Battlefront 2.
The
EA version.
Okay.
It just looks so bad and clunky and awkward, and and even like with Boba Fett, like you can't zoom in. I think it's Boba. It's Boba. I don't know what monkey decided that was okay, yeah. But going back. Okay, let's go back to a positive note with the trailer. Story. We were talking about this last time. Stories and games.
No, yeah, Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy they're making the story the more focal point, because EA or like Respawn. Let's go Respawn. Titanfall and Apex have been just all multiplayer games, minus 2 where they added this story. But Titanfall, the first one came out multiplayer only.
Yeah, and the story was in the multiplayer.
Yeah,
but yes, it was a multiplayer game. Yes.
So, what I would like to see from this new one, because again, I wouldn't put money down on it, but I think it's a good bet to say that there will be some kind of multiplayer, some kind of team death, I think. Or now we can have something like in the OG Battlefront, Galactic Conquest, which everyone loved, and why EA didn't have it in Battlefront 1 or 2.
Yeah, I really hope if Battlefront 3 comes out, they put Galactic Conquest
I don't understand.
Because they want you to go and play and pay. They want you to play and pay. That was the whole dynamic of the whole launch of that game.
Yeah.
Because if you make Galactic Conquest, people aren't going to go play online. And that makes it so that they don't do it.
Just from a consumer standpoint, from video games and just Star Wars, loving them both, I don't understand how EA dropped the ball so hard. They literally got the golden goose.
This is my thing about with WWE, it being with 2K. I think 2K has been not great. Like, they keep trying to do what they did with SmackDown vs. Raw, because SmackDown vs. Raw was owned by THQ. And bear with me here, I got a point here, so hold on a second. But SmackDown vs. Raw was held by THQ, and they kept doing like GM mode, where you could like draft wrestlers to each brand, and then you could go through like a whole year of trying to beat the other show, which was fun. It was just like kind of a cool thing. You got to be the general manager of Raw or SmackDown. Then they took it away towards the end of SmackDown vs. Raw, and then you started to realize, oh, THQ is about to go out of business. And then they did, and then WWE 2K, so 2K came in and bought it, the licensing, and then started making WWE games. They have, since then, have not done anything, and in SmackDown vs. Raw, there also used to be a story mode. They took that out. There is no story mode as much as dynamic as SmackDown vs. Raw was, or how the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain and series before and Raw 2 on the Xbox. It just, for some reason, they just never did the story or that. So I come back to the same what we were just talking about with with Star Wars. Too many S's in this thing. With Star Wars and with EA owning those rights. Why they don't, I don't know if there's some sort of thing where like licensing issues about a company that used to own it, and maybe that's the reason why they can't do exactly the same thing. But I'm like, dude, you own the thing, and you have Disney backing you up. If you need the money, go and buy the right to do that mode. I don't know if people can patent modes. I don't know if that's the thing.
It makes it even more especially sad because like the games that came out like in the PS2 Xbox era. Mm-hmm. were so cool.
Yeah.
Was it Rogue Squadron?
Rogue Squadron
The Bounty Hunter game, that Darth Maul game that got canceled for some strange reason.
Yeah, that one was interesting. I'm kind of glad we didn't get that one.
but like assets, like they can easily bring back that Darth Maul game.
Sure.
I would love a Darth Maul game, dude. Even Episode 3, the video game they made for Episode 3 was really fun.
They made Clone Wars a game too. They made Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the pre-reboot Cartoon Network one, because there was the other one. You remember when Clone Wars got like a movie and they were animated? Anyway, it was that one. That was what it was based on, and then the cartoon started.
Again, EA. I don't understand how they can just drop the ball so hard. The franchise literally is made to make money.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. Here's the question. Here's the $1 million question, because obviously it's costing them $1 million.
Because
is the reason why the Star Wars franchise is the Star Wars franchise not pulling people in anymore? Because I mean, Disney has been getting yelled at over constantly of the fact that, well, Lucasfilm in general, but that people are getting more Star Wars fatigue. Mark Hamill even went on Twitter and saying like
that's Star their Wars own fatigue. Damn fault for.
But here's my other thing. I don't care. I will go and see a Star Wars movie. I will see anything that's Star Wars. It's kind of like with the Marvel stuff. I will go and see a Marvel movie because it's once a year and you go and see it. Now, some people will go, "Oh, I'm getting burned out on it. I don't want to watch it." Then you don't have to watch it. You can just take a break. When the movie comes out, you don't gotta go see it. You can wait another year. Now, the other issue on that is like the devil's advocate, I guess, situation is, if there is too much of a good thing, does it then become numb to that thing, and the quality of that content is going down?
I'm in more in that. See, I'm in both boats.
That's why I'm saying. Like I'm also there, but I'm also throwing out the question.
So okay,
I'm in both sides too. I'm kind of on that line.
I'm in, just recently. God, when did it? I want to say when Civil War came out. That's when I got back into Marvel, because like I didn't really follow it too closely. Like I saw like the Iron Man movies.
You were just an average.
Yeah, the Avengers movies, and then when Civil War came out, boom! Like there's only like 2 or 3 Marvel movies I have not seen, and Endgame, like I'm hyped for that. With Star Wars, I have been saying since day one with Disney's like, we're gonna release a movie every year. I'm like, that is a terrible idea, because if you look, okay, let's look back at the prequels, or like the past 6 movies before Disney came out. It was even The Force Awakens. How long has it been since we got a Star Wars movie? Yeah. It was an event. And then when you water it down every year, that special feeling goes away. However, I am not against more Star Wars content. I just want it done right and well thought out. I have not seen Solo, so I'm not going to comment on that. I've heard it's okay.
Yeah.
But Rogue One has been the best Star Wars movie to come out so far since Disney has got their hands on it.
Okay. Yeah, the thing about with how EA could be dealing with the situation is when we saw this at the first beginning part of this whole deal, when EA came out on E3 and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're working on this game with Amy Hennig and she's doing a Star Wars thing, and then this crew's doing a Star Wars thing, and then Respawn's doing Star Wars, and then our DICE team is working on Battlefront," and you're like, "Oh cool." Wait, you start counting on your fingers. Hey, that's like 6 games.
So,
and then we got down now, but now look at it. Amy Hennig has left EA. Then another person from another team left. And then someone was hired for Amy's game, and then they left, and that whole game is destroyed now. Respawn eventually gets their game. And when we all get down to it, we only are going to have, I think by the end of this deal, we will have 4 games that were Star Wars made from EA, of the like 7 that were probably promised. And the reason why I say 4 is I think one more is going to come out, and I think it might be Battlefront 3, because it just. But here's the thing, though. I think that with all of that said, I mean, I always like to give the gaming company a little bit more of a. You're gonna remember why everyone has a bad taste in your mouth of your last game. Because that's the thing with engineering of video games and programming and stuff. If your last thing failed, you got to fix what you did. Otherwise, you ain't going to make money.
If they're competent.
But the other thing is like, everyone proved by voting with their wallet that a game will not succeed. And Star Wars Battlefront 2 was that thing. It was supposed to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And did not.
I am happy that we were able to say, screw this and screw you, EA, for all this BS that you're putting in this game. And like I said, if they're competent or even halfway competent, if they do make a third one, they should learn from their mistakes. Add a Galactic Conquest mode. Add some kind of story or single player, couch co-op, whatever. Make it more like the originals. Like, it's like they took a test and didn't study. Literally, those two, like, everyone talks about those two games as like the cream of the crop for Star Wars movies, especially 2. And they're just like, no, we don't need them. We don't need to study.
Yeah, because I think what really drew it all away was the fact that with Star Wars Battlefront 1, the first one that came out on PlayStation 2 and Xbox, they locked it into an era. And they locked it into the original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6. Star Wars Battlefront 2 was in... Am I remembering this right, or am I reversing this? I think I'm remembering this right. Yeah, because Stormtroopers on Battlefront 1 and a Clone Troopers on Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
So in Battlefront 2, it locked it in to 1, 2, and 3. So that was the thing when Battlefront
But with 2, it has Darth Vader on the cover. It has the Clone War, young Obi-Wan, and Darth Vader.
Well, because Episode 3.
Well, yeah.
They can throw him in there because
But still, you can fight. I believe you can fight with Stormtroopers in 2. I believe like it was you picked an era.
But there was a story, wasn't there, in Battlefront? There's like a soft story in Battlefront. Am I remember that right? I haven't played them in decades.
Dude, I haven't.
But anyway, my point is they locked themselves into a box of what they wanted to do with it, and then they built around that thing. And I think with what Star Wars Battlefront and Battlefront 2, the EA creations, what kind of makes them a little bit all over the place, they don't have, okay, what is your point? Like, that's what I think what they don't have. Like, what is their point? Because you're not really, you can do anything. You can have any character. You have Rey battling Maul. You could have Boba Fett fighting not Han Solo, but you can fight like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you're like, well, I don't know what's happening here because there's so many different characters now. Cool thing. It is a cool thing, but I think it just doesn't put them in the right mind. But I'm relating this back to Jedi Fallen Order, though. This is a new IP.
Yes.
It's in the Star Wars universe, and I think that the reason why I think this game is going to succeed is they have the box, and they're going to build inside that a nice structure of a story, gameplay, and everything they need to do. They don't have to worry about like, oh, well, we have to get this character in here. We got to get this character in here. We got to get this character. They can just they just have fun with what they got instead of like throwing themselves with this wide net.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Am I getting across? I don't know if I am.
I kind of get your point. And I haven't played the second one, but the Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed was great. Yeah, I would love to see
the first one was good. The first one was good. I haven't played the second one, so I can't comment on it.
Second one is pretty good too.
But like, you lock yourself in the box. It's an original IP, Starkiller, and then whoever this new character's name is going to be, and it focuses the story. Force Unleashed didn't even have like a co-op mode or fighting mode, right? For 2 people? It was
in 2, I think there was.
Okay, but the first one,
yeah, that was single player.
It was all story.
That's all single
player.
But
it was dope.
Yeah.
And it had.
I mean, who didn't want to be Darth Vader's secret apprentice?
Dude, who didn't want to be Darth Vader killing Wookiees?
Yeah, that's also the thing. That's the first thing you do.
First thing you do is throw the Wookiees like.
Yeah, you're just wiping people across.
And then like with the multiple endings, that was dope too. You can either fight Vader or Palpatine.
Mm-hmm. But and then like even going into more Star Wars stuff is you could have KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, that was made by BioWare, which I don't know why they never. What? Wait a minute. Why did EA never give BioWare a Star Wars game? Did they ever do that?
Because they're incompetent fools.
Because that's what I'm saying. Is like BioWare is owned by EA. EA everyone always kept talking about, oh, we should get another KOTOR game. We haven't seen a Knights of the Old Republic since Knights of the Old Republic 2. That was on the
you're
Xbox.
going to get Battlefront 2 bare
and
bones.
it's like, wait a minute. But, I mean, if you think about it, they gave them... BioWare got Mass Effect, Andromeda, and
we know how that
in the
turned out.
beginning of that. And then in the middle of this deal, they've been making Anthem. So it's like... Why did they not get another? Who would have not bought that game? Why is that not a thing? But anyway, my point is like that goes back into they did have the whole universe to work with because obviously you're playing an open world RPG type of thing. But no, you get what I'm saying. But with KOTOR though, you technically weren't anybody. You were just some random schmuck. And then they created characters around you and then kind of just let you go into the world.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and maybe the reason why they didn't make KOTOR 3 was maybe because it might mess up the universe of Star Wars because those technically aren't canon. Anything that's anything that's made in Star Wars that has the name Star Wars since Disney bought it is all canon.
I forgot about that.
So comic books, video games, like all the characters you saw in Star Wars Battlefront 2 are technically canon and can be used in later things. So with that, I guess, what's even cooler, here's the other thing. What's even cooler, oh my God, I just realized something.
Tell me, or tell us.
So Jedi: The Fallen Order comes out in November, right?
Yeah.
It takes place of what I'm judging by I haven't looked at any articles, but I'm judging by the trailer. It takes place between 4 and 5. You
mean 3 and 4?
That's what I meant. 3 and 4. Because he pulls out the thing and it says execute order 66 and then whatever. And so could this character show up in episode 9?
That or it's going to be a whole other trilogy about him.
Could. It could.
Because we all know, yes, this is going to be the end of this saga, but who knows if
he can show up in the Mandalorian show.
Dude, he could.
On
Rey
Disney+.
and Finn. Dude, Rey can have another trilogy.
She could.
Or
I think
Kylo.
She's done. But yeah. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. But the thing with how, because the only separation between episodes 3 and 4 is roughly about 18 years because Luke becomes 18 at the time when he starts going on his journey or whatever. So, and we've seen, then again, the main character in Jedi Fallen Order, he is like, on a good day, maybe 25. Let's say he's 25, okay? 18 years passes. He's now in his late 30s. No, he's past that. He's in his 40s at that point, right? I got to do my calculator now.
Where are you going? Like, I might.
Okay, so let's say 25 and he's plus 18. So he's 43 in episode 4. Episode 4. We'll say that. Or no. Hold on. Okay, I'm trying to do math here, but it's whatever. I'm trying to say, can he survive?
Yes.
All the way to the end of that?
Yes, you know why?
Why?
The Force.
Okay, sure.
That's all you gotta say.
Yeah, because Obi-Wan shows up in episode 4, but he's definitely a lot older.
No,
I
was going to say Leia. Surviving in space.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I don't know. It would be awesome to see that this character does become a good thing. I am also thinking that this is going to be kind of like a Blade Runner type of story where he's kind of this bounty hunter sort of guy, but he kind of just does his own deal. I don't know.
Oh, so like kind of like Han Solo?
Sort of, but obviously
Blade Runner? But Harrison Ford.
Yeah, he isn't that. He isn't that. So here's what I'm hoping. It's a Jedi version of a Han Solo type character.
That would be dope.
Because he's in hiding. He has to keep quiet, and obviously he's like learning his Force powers as it kind of goes. So it's like he kind of does that.
So you mean a cooler version of Rey? No offense to Rey,
yeah.
But she's like literally a Mary Sue. Like, who's her parents? Doesn't care. She knows the Force.
Okay, yeah.
And that's how Luke was at first.
I think this guy is gonna probably be sort of like that too. And we probably won't get an explanation. He might be like a Superman origin, where he kind of like his parents aren't around anymore. Maybe his parents were Jedi, and then that's
okay.
he didn't learn.
Yeah, that make more sense.
We'd have to be told that though.
see, it makes sense for Luke. Like when it first off, like, oh, he's just a Gary Stew, and then like, oh no, his father's Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Then you go look at Anakin, and he's like literally Force Jesus.
Yes, he is. He's actually Jesus.
There's actually a reason.
That's so weird.
There's more of a reason for Anakin than Rey. Rey's like, who's your parents? Doesn't matter. No, it does matter. Please.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's the direction now. Like
so they did say that the game will not be a stealth game, which I didn't really think it was going to be. You're a Jedi, so if you're putting Jedi in your name of your game, I'm assuming I'm wielding a lightsaber, which they did show. They should show the lightsaber. But yeah, I think we're gonna get some sort of like Blade Runner-esque like Jedi / Han Solo thing. Because Blade Runner, where I'm thinking of that, is more of the Ryan Gosling side of it.
I haven't seen that one.
Great film, but it's like more of, it's gonna feel cyberpunky, but you're gonna realize like in your mind you're gonna go, well, this is just Star Wars. It just looks like this. Because when I was watching that one scene in the trailer, there's a part where he's like sitting at a bar and he's talking with one guy, and then he looks over his shoulder and he sees stormtroopers on the other side. I think there's going to be this sort of like, he's undercover most of the time, and it's like up to you to like solve some of the problems of the galaxy as this like secret Jedi guy. I don't know. That's my theory.
Yeah.
Any last minute thoughts for you though? Any last minute theories that you have about this random dude? I think they gave him a name, but I don't remember what they said.
I don't know.
Not in the trailer.
I can't remember, but like I said, I am just very happy it's focusing more on the story of Star Wars, because the Star Wars universe is so big and so vast. And we're just going to make Battlefront games.
Yeah.
Which are great. They're fun. They were.
Yeah.
But it's a waste to just keep making those when you have all this rich lore in Star Wars. So I am happy that Respawn is deciding to say, you know what? We have this great IP that just makes a shit ton of money. Why not take advantage of that?
Sure. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, comment section is open for you guys. If you guys have any predictions for Jedi The Fallen Order, put it down there in the description, and yeah, we'll see what's going on down there. We're moving on to our third and final topic, scary games. Ooh. Yeah. I was going to save this for, I maybe should have saved this for a Halloween episode, but I don't care. It's how it works.
Yeah, we could do like a top 5 then.
Yeah.
Or you could do a top 5.
Oh, of scary games that I played? I was just going to kind of throw them all out there.
No, I'm talking about for like Halloween.
Oh, for Halloween.
To bring
Got
it back.
Got it.
You could still do it.
I see what you're saying. So, let's talk about this. Scary games. What are some of the scariest games that you've ever played?
I just recently...
You want to do boom, 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 boom?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you go first.
Okay. So, I want to say a few years ago, as far as media is concerned, I kind of got interested in this kind of the whole horror genre.
You got into what? Go ahead.
I was about to repeat what I said. I'm like, no. Let's keep this PG-13. We already used one F word. So.
You said shit a couple times.
But dude, PG-13, you can use that all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Anyway, whatever. As far as like the scary or horror genre.
Go ahead.
Like in the past few years, I've gotten more into it.
A little more ballsier.
Yeah.
Jumping in a little bit more.
Because like growing up, I never really like watched. Like it always interests me, but I never really like watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw Resident Evil 7, when that came out, me and my friend, we almost played that in one night.
Wow.
It was, oh my God, it was so fun. Nice, short, no fluff. Fantastic game.
Yeah, it seems like Resident Evil's really definitely turned a corner since Resident Evil 6.
Oh, yeah.
But
they learn from their mistakes.
They do. That's an example of a company that learns from their mistakes.
And then
laid a giant goose egg with 6, wasn't so great in 5 after a really good game in 4, so and then they came back.
And then you have Revelations, which are kind of like the
Yeah.
But like we played it like we made it like very or we played it with no lights. We shut the curtains.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude.
Did you play it on PlayStation? You played it on Xbox?
Xbox.
Okay. Because I was saying, PlayStation, you can play it in VR.
Oh, God.
And I really do want to get it in VR.
So that game was amazing. So, and then I go home, a little time passes, I find Outlast is on sale.
Outlast, the first game we ever completed on this channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was when Christian was still here. That was the first game we went from beginning to end, and we beat Outlast. So go check out that playlist. But anyway.
And I played that, and I liked it. I'm not going to play 2 because of just the subject matter and some of it.
Okay.
Not a big fan of some certain scene that goes down. I think you might know what I'm talking about.
Outlast 2. I don't think I've ever played Outlast 2.
Oh, so you haven't heard of like the controversy?
I know there's a lot of more crosses in that game, and I'm not. I mean, we don't have to go.
Yeah,
if you don't feel comfortable talking about it.
I mean, it's more of a subject. Like, can I talk about it on this? Like,
sure. Well, you could say it, and then I'll cut it if it doesn't work.
Okay.
If you're seeing this, then it made it in. So go ahead.
Apparently, there's like this rape scene.
Ah, yes.
So
I mean, there was subtle rape-esque vibes in Tomb Raider, so that kind of happens too.
And what?
In the very beginning, when she's handcuffed, she's trying to crawl away, and this dude starts to feel up on you, and you have to like knee him in the butt or knee him in the balls and smack him in the head.
I don't remember that.
That's in the first Tomb Raider game.
The reboots?
Yes, in 2013. Okay. It's when he grabs her, and he looks like he's about to like hit her, but if you miss once, and then you miss again, he starts to get way touchy-feely.
But this in 2...
I mean, there's a lot of sexual stuff in Outlast 2. We censored a lot of that, but
in the second one, like, they actually show it.
Oh, boy.
And your wife gets pregnant from it, I think. And like,
wow, spoilers.
Whatever. like, okay,
we'll cut that part.
How old is the game?
I don't know. I haven't played it. I haven't got around to it.
It's at least like 4 years old, 5 years.
Okay, fine.
If you want to cut it out, cut it out.
Yeah, probably leave it in.
But my point is, I'm like, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. That's like the one subject.
Sure, yeah.
That's a
little fucked up.
Subject matter where I'm like, I will watch media, or I'll if it's in the stuff I'm watching or consuming.
It's different from you going in and experiencing it right off the
and then going from the first one, it's like, I like the first one because you're in this insane asylum, and
there is sex scenes in Outlast 1. There's a sex scene where a guy's getting raped.
Oh my god, yeah, the
necrophiliac.
Yeah, that's just weird. Yeah,
and it happens literally. You don't see insertion. You just see more of like he comes up and he's like, "You're looking. What are you? You're sick. Yeah. You're sick, man." And you're like, "Dude, you're the one doing all of this." Like,
I remember that.
Yeah. So
I was like, what?
But the fact that this is like something that it's another character that you're supposed to have an emotional attachment to, that this happens to, I'd say is a little more fucked up. But anyway, off of the rape scenes.
Yeah,
it's in the game. That's what it is. So,
but that's not a core aspect of the game. That's not a big plot point.
Oh man, that sucks. Go ahead.
But just the whole ambiance that Resident Evil 7 and the first Outlast made were just amazing. The fact that like you're just walking like, oh shit, that's a big what's his name, Chris, in Outlast.
Oh, his name's Christopher Walker.
Christopher Walken.
No, I think because that's the thing is like we kept making fun of the fact that his name sounds like Christopher Walken.
Why are you walking through my insane asylum?
But I don't know if his name was just Christopher, so I don't really remember.
We'll just call him Chris.
Yeah. I think that was what they were.
The fact that he just pops out of nowhere.
Because I might be connecting the wall walker thing. Is that what they call that? The thing that like goes through the walls and it's the ghost at the end.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't remember the name, but like between that and like the whole like the crazy doctor when you get caught by him.
Yeah, the mullet dude.
Yeah, with like the
scissors.
Yeah, scissors.
Yeah,
dude, that was like legitimately terrifying, dude. Like,
it is it's a pretty not settling thing because you got to hide from him.
Yeah, and the fact that you like it's cool and it's annoying that you can't fight.
Yeah, that's the survival horror that was going on around that time.
I've never played a game like that.
Yeah. Games like Amnesia had that too. I didn't ever play Amnesia, but one game that was a cult favorite that was happening around that time was Slender Man, and I did play Slender.
Did you watch the movie?
I did not watch the Slender movie. I've seen Slender movies. I haven't seen the one that was actually released. So I don't know if that actually is on HBO or something that I could watch later. But the thing with Slender that became such a cultural phenomenon, I still to this day cannot understand why it's a cultural phenomenon and why it did become like such a big deal. I think it was in the right place at the right time, kind of like how Five Nights at Freddy's is, with that indie scene of here's the game. You are in the woods. You are going and trying to find 8 pages, and there's a thing after you. Go. And I think it's that level of simplistic gameplay style that allowed people to just fall in love with that game because you wanted to see how far you can go if you can get the 8 pages, and then you wanted your buddy to do it.
Yeah.
And Slender is a cool character too. Like is this mysterious creepypasta character that now has his own video game. Some other creepypastas did get their own video games at that time too. I think the Rake got hit one for that. There's
Who?
a Rake. The Rake. You don't see the. It's the one where it's the creepypasta goes. You lay in bed. The guy went to go check on his daughter. Daughter says something creepy of like. Sort of the thing of like you're gonna die or he's gonna die or I don't even know. And then when he wakes up in the middle of the night, he sees this thing at the end of his footbed, and it's the Rake. You know that?
No.
Okay, there's a game of that too. And I think Jack the Killer, the one that has no eyelids, that one too. He got it. Anyway, a lot of creepypastas were getting games after that, and but nothing ever compared to what Slender did. And it didn't take much memory. It was a very small game. And then everyone kept adding it to like, dude, there's a Halo map made in Halo 5 that I've played. And we played it on the live streams before, where one person is Slender and then it's an infection map. And whoever gets them becomes Slender Man.
That's
too.
pretty fun.
It is really fun. But there's something about that just kind of kept going. He's a cool character. I think they could have did a lot more with him. Eventually Slender the Arrival came out. Kind of came out to some mixed reviews. I thought it was really good, just based on like the fact that it's more or less the same game, but it's in different places and kind of adds a little more to the what was the bones of the first Slender game. And then, yeah, I just really enjoyed that time, that era of it, because everyone was playing it at dark, and then and you'd hear you'd get caught, and it's that, and it just flashes his face with the static. And yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoyed those games.
You played the Friday the 13th game, right? Too.
I did play a Friday the 13th game. I really liked it. The only reason why we stopped playing it is because it wouldn't allow us to record it. I could record my gameplay and my audio, but for some reason, I don't know if they've updated this. They might have updated this recently. But when we were playing it in the very beginning, it would let us record in-game audio, and then for some reason, like it updated, which it really did need because it was broken to shit. Eventually they fixed all that, but then it wouldn't allow you to record in-game audio anymore. And it like you could record the game audio, you couldn't record chat. And that game is all about chat.
That's probably a bug.
I don't know what it was. But anyway, the game was really cool because it took the idea of oh man, what was another game like that?
Dead by Daylight?
Dead by Daylight, yes. That does that too. Friday the 13th was just made on the Friday the 13th franchise. It was specifically just that, and I think people still play it, and a lot more updates come to it. It was a bigger map, a lot more people, and a lot more ways for... The reason why I like Friday the 13th a little bit better is because you were able to fight Jason, and you were able to get away. In Dead by Daylight, you get captured, you're hosed. You're just getting taken to the thing. You're going to get slammed on this slab, and then he's going to walk away, and your teammate has to come save you. In Friday the 13th, he could kill you pretty fast, but you can fight back with him. You can take firecrackers and throw it down, and then he gets scared by the firecracker, so he goes, like in the Jason way of, oh no. Or you could take a knife and stab it in his neck, and then Jason will then have to go through an animation of taking it out of his neck. But as he's doing that, you can run off. So there were ways to like fight him a little bit. There were also ways to kill Jason. That was a way to win. You needed to have someone come in as Tommy, which is the only person that's killed Jason. And, well, spoilers, majority or not, has done it. That movie is like 30 years old.
Oh, which one are you talking about?
I think it's the second one. Anyway, And so you can play as Tommy, and one person from the dead people comes back as Tommy. You get another life, or you can escape. There's just different ways of doing it. And I thought Friday the 13th was pretty cool.
I think you can make a good Halloween movie with the same
Halloween game.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Myers is in Dead by Daylight.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's one of the characters. He's a little bit of a bitch character, though, because I really don't like what people play as, because he's fast, and he just shows up out of nowhere, and you're like, dude, what the hell?
Okay, Michael Myers is not fast.
Yeah, he walks. He just, like he does this.
But the whole appearing out of nowhere, that's his shtick.
Yeah.
But him
he
going
definitely
fast?
adds that in that game, yeah. He walks fast. And then there's a character in Dead by Daylight that's another bitch character, that it's a witch. People that play Dead by Daylight will know she can throw knives at you, and I don't know how big your hitbox is in that game, but oh my god, it's got to be huge, because all they have to do is they take the knife and they throw it at you, and it stabs you once, and you are immediately in your slow limp mode, and by then she's fast, so she just come up and get you and grab you, and you're like, dude. And now I'm already down one, because in order for you to get to your, so there's essentially like full health, half health, dead. If you are at half health, that's usually when someone comes back over to the hook and pulls you off, and then you can run away. And then you're kind of like limping around, and you can heal yourself. But that knife ducks you down to half health, and so if they take you and put you on the hook, you pretty much die. And I'm like, dude, this is such shit. And now there's a new character that was recently in an update where he can now copy players. He can like so if you were playing as like, I don't know characters in that game, but let's say you're playing as Jim and I'm playing as Bob, and he can copy your Jim and run up and act as if he was a player, and then totally just stab me and kill me.
Dude, that's actually pretty cool, though.
It's cool if you're the guy, not when you're the people.
You have to play like 20 questions with him.
Yeah, that game is definitely designed more towards the villain than more towards the players. Yeah. In Friday the 13th, I loved playing as a camp counselor, and I didn't mind when I was Jason, because it's all random. You don't get to pick. In Dead by Daylight, you get to pick which side you want to queue into, and so it's just this lottery system of who's going to be Jason kind of thing. You can kind of set settings to make it so that you only get picked as Jason, but anyway. So yeah, that was Friday the 13th.
One franchise one game you did bring up was Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes.
And
getting its first VR on PSVR soon.
Ooh. But that's one game that I kind of went down the rabbit hole in the lore, because like I do nothing about it, and I just randomly on YouTube, and then I delved into like the whole like it was loosely based off what kind of happened in the actual Chuck E. Cheese, and then like the animatronics, and like how like in the lore like the kids are probably stuffed in there. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it took all the urban legends of like Chuck E. Cheese or the old Disney restaurants, and any restaurant that had like mechanical robots playing.
And then how many games do they have now? 5? 6?
Well, then there's the spin-offs. So there's like a main line, and then there's like spin-offs.
The sisters sites or whatever. Isn't there one in the future?
I don't know. I lost track. I kind of fell off of that.
I think that's around 4. I can't remember.
I fell off of it around 4. And then they did the sister one, and then I'm like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. But I guess the PlayStation VR version is going to have all of them, or its own version of it. I don't know. Maybe I was looking at
I just think it's weird for Freddy's, like when we worked at Target, see like 10-year-olds with Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. I'm like,
or they're selling products
oh my God.
at Target. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I see like it's like a 10-year-old, and like I look at the parent, I'm like, do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Like, do you really? Or
technically, there isn't violence. It's just scary.
But like,
because they don't show like you being shoved into anything.
No,
it's just a startle and then it's done.
But
it's kind of like Slender. Slender was.
I'm talking about like the lore. Like when when the parents looked in the like I had a 10-year-old and I knew about Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm like,
now here's the other thing though. The guy that made Five Nights at Freddy's used to make Christian video games. So
I think I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah. He was just like, everyone said my character looked creepy, so the bear that you play in those games became Freddy Fazbear.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there you go.
I kind of want to play Silent Hill too. I've never played those.
I also want to play Silent Hill, but I hear a lot of them are not great.
Isn't the second one good? Or
I don't know. I know is the first one good? See, that's the thing. I don't know where to start. It's
at
kind of
least with like Resident Evil. Like, oh yeah, play 4.
Yeah,
Play 4, play 7,
or play the remake of 2.
Oh yeah,
That's my honest to goodness game of the year right now.
Really?
It's Resident Evil 2. It was so good. The Leon version of that is available here on the YouTube channel, so you guys can go check that out. Yeah, I think they did a great job with the Resident Evil series. They've definitely dug themselves back out of that hole of like, let's just make why reasons of these games are great.
Yeah, it's like they looked back at like
1, 2, and 3, and
4.
Veronica. And
Dude, people loved 4. Like,
oh yeah, 4 was my favorite. Resident Evil 2 remake is definitely
it's like when they went into 7, they like looked back at those old games. They like stripped down all the action stuff, and they truly made it like a more of a horror survival.
Well, yeah, because that's the traditional 1 and 2 were about. Because
isn't it top down? No.
1 and 2 are I think what is the term, isometric? Or they're the 2/3 like view.
Okay.
Because like when you walk down a hallway, so the camera would be here.
It's a fixed camera.
And then you'd walk down, and then you'd turn the corner, and then there would be another camera here. So essentially, it was using like these like security cameras to have you walk around and do whatever you needed to do. Yeah. What's another good scary game? There was a game on PlayStation 2 called The Suffering. I've thought about playing that as a Let's Play. As a kid, that game made me very scared. It was you like hulked out. It took place on Alcatraz. You like hulked out into this monster character, and you could like start slashing these things, and there's these things from like hell or whatever. And I think my teachers at the time thought I was a psychopath because I would draw them, and they had these blades for their hands and their legs, and yeah, I might just have to play that during Halloween time. If I get October as my gaming month, I might bring that out.
Has there been a Nightmare on Elm Street game recently?
No, but Freddy Krueger is in Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
And whenever he's getting close to you, so whenever a bad guy gets close to you in Dead by Daylight, music starts playing. So when Michael Myers shows up, you hear the
Halloween.
Yeah, you hear the Halloween music, and then when Freddy shows up, you hear 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you, and you're like, oh god, go! And you're like trying to run around.
Pretty cool, but I would like to see a Nightmare on Elm Street game.
Yeah, that could be good.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Now, do you want a Nightmare on Elm Street game like Friday the 13th got, or do you want an actual linear A to B game? Because I don't think that would be good, just based on licensing games.
No. I think it would work with it'd be more like I don't know. My thought process was different characters at different nightmares, and it's like a puzzle, and you have to find your way out of the nightmare.
Speaking of puzzles, there is Saw games. There are 2 Saw games that came out for Xbox 360. I played the first one, really good game. I have not played the second one. I want to also play that too. I'm missing 1 achievement in Saw, and it made me so freaking mad that I didn't get it. It's a dumb ass achievement, and I was like, I have to do this all over again to get to that one point in order for me to actually do it.
Oh, I hate those achievements.
And so I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to do this all over again. So I didn't. There is a Saw 2 that did come out. The Saw game is really good. I think if you are a Saw fan, you will like it. It's puzzle solving. So that one is done really well. So I think that if you did go on to what you were saying of more of maybe there's like 6 teenagers that are like connected somehow. They all go to high school, whatever. That's usually how the Nightmare on Elm Street games go. And they have these vignettes that Freddy is like fucking with them the whole time. Could be a thing. Yeah. There's like the main character, but then the friends are also involved into the story as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it happening.
What other?
And then when you're in the dream, it's like Persona.
You'll never see it.
No, I don't think that music would be going, but sure.
It's like, you never see it coming. It just gets stabbed. Like,
oh, God, no.
You're right, I didn't see it coming.
it's just jazz music playing as you're getting stabbed in the stomach. Oh God!
It's even better. It's like the music when it plays when it's raining. You're just
Yeah.
getting stabbed. It's like,
Well, I'm dead.
shit.
Yeah, that would be one of those games that you could play as some of the characters that don't make it to the end. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that happening.
What else is another horror franchise that we can?
BioShock for a while was.
Oh yeah, the first one because like you're in this abandoned.
Yeah, BioShock is a survival horror game.
Dead Space.
Dead Space.
Oh my God.
Yeah, which we do have on the channel, I believe. Yeah. Ashton beat the first one on the channel, so you guys can go check that out too.
One I need to play one.
You can watch it here on the channel.
Alien Isolation was a good one.
We did play a little bit of that here on the channel
too. That one's pretty good.
I wish we would have finished that. We did not ever finish that, but yeah, that one was really good. So,
just because we're on Alien, like, can you make a Predator game that's kind of a horror kind of aspect?
Alien and Predator both have had games. Like there's been AVP. AVP got a game, which was. Okay, when you played as Predator and you played as Alien, those stories were really cool because you got to play as those two characters. Then when you played as the Colonial Marines, it was like, what the? I'm so weak, I can't do shit. So if you ever do play the AVP game that was released on 360, I think it was PS3 as well. Probably it was made by Sega. Start with the Colonial Marines, and then play as the other two. Because then you won't be so adapted to the fact that you're so overpowered as a predator or an alien or as a xenomorph. But yeah, because on the AVP games, you got to be on the predator home planet to like do your tutorial. That was the tutorial. You got to run through and do all that, and then you went and battled on Earth. It was pretty cool.
I just thought of this. The Thing. I think you can make a.
The Thing.
No. Hear me out.
Okay. You got to really sell me on this one. Give me the elevator pitch here.
Okay. So the whole the shtick of The Thing is it could copy. It's an alien copies anything.
Yeah.
So you can make it like Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th, but one person only knows they're the Thing, and they have to blend in, and you kill, and then they slowly start killing people.
So like a Gary's Mod kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
And then other people have to figure out who is the Thing, who is the faker.
Okay.
I think that would, like, done well, I think you can do that.
Oh, man. I don't know what happened. That's what I have to say on that. I sucked in a whole bunch of air on that. Anyway, what I was thinking is, because in Friday the 13th, what they did in that was when you died, you went into another lobby of the dead. And so you couldn't like interact with anyone. Like, for example, if we're playing and Jason shows up and kills you, you can't tell me. Like, if I get away, you can't tell me where he is.
Yeah.
So, which I think could work as the thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Because it would just be Gary's Mod essentially. But I think you could have some really cool like areas. Obviously, the only one we got to see was the tundra that they are in the first movie. There is one. They remade it, didn't they?
Yeah.
I didn't see the remake.
Yeah, me neither. I think it was that early 2000s.
I don't know.
But I heard it was good.
But the only one I remember is the one that was made in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
John Carpenter with Kurt Russell.
Speaking of that, what about Hellraiser?
Could
Could he get one?
I don't see why not.
I'm trying to think of what he could do. I don't know. That's one of those icons I don't really know too much about.
Yeah, I've only seen one movie, and the one movie I watched, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is just.
Isn't he like into BDSM or something like that? Isn't he like very sexual in that movie? I don't know. I've never seen.
I can't remember
those movies.
which one I saw because there's multiple ones.
Yeah.
The one I saw, like, this wife is cheating on her husband, and then with her brother.
Oh,
the husband's brother.
Okay.
What
is happening in this movie?
So, wife's having an affair.
This is Pinhead, the guy that has all the nails in his head. This is that movie. If you guys don't know what that movie.
Chick is having an affair with her husband's brother.
What a slut!
Right. And the brother has the cube or the thing that calls
the Tesseract.
Yeah, the thing that calls Hellraiser.
Okay. The Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, it's like some kind of something. So he
Yeah.
gets pulled in, and he gets out, and he has like no skin, or like he's like. So what the woman does is she lures people into the attic where he's staying, and like he literally just eats their takes their skin.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so fucked up.
Okay.
So to make a game about that,
You could. I mean, hey, that's pretty much what Fear is essentially. Those
what
games.
about Evil Within? I heard my friend played it, the first one. I think he said he didn't like it.
So Ashton played Evil Within, but he did it for a live stream, so those videos don't exist really anywhere. But as far as I remember, it's very Resident Evil like, because isn't it the guy who made Resident Evil is the guy who made Evil Within?
I don't know. Maybe it's a different game he's talking about, but he was saying how like does like the aspect ratio. There's something mechanically about it that he's like, why would you do this? We talked about this like years ago, so like I don't remember. And I know that like a second one came out fairly recently.
Yeah, so apparently it did well. Like it went on and made another one. I know a lot of people do want an Evil Within 3, so who knows? We'll see what. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other ones.
I'd like to see more games, like scary games that have a multiple choice. Like you pick your path. Because I know there's one of them.
What is that one?
I can't remember the name. That's why if I knew the name, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's insert title of game.
So like a Telltale style of horror game?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not a Telltale game.
No.
Cause,
Rip.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was very not into scary games for a really long time. Because it's just very unsettling. It's something that you just can't really. You kind of got to ease yourself into it. The first scary game I ever played was Resident Evil 4. And I remember when I played that game, I got up to the part when the chainsaw guys showed up, and that scared the crap out of me. And I stopped playing for a while.
Should have had the shotgun, man.
It didn't matter. It did not matter. It's just the fact that thing, because you see it on the back of the box, and then you play the game, and you're like, oh, God, I actually am having to deal with this guy. Nowadays, I probably could go back and just, like, not deal with that.
Oh, yeah.
But
when you're a kid and you see that?
Yeah,
Oof.
I mean, it's the first time I've ever seen that. The other game was Dead Space, like you had mentioned earlier, was one of my first games as well. That when you walked up to a character and then all of a sudden it just jolts right in front of your face, you're like, oh, God. Do you know how they got the idea to make some of those people, like the mangled people? The studio, the creators of the game, looked up car accident pictures and got inspiration from that into making those people.
Damn.
Yeah. So there's something for you.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's some good material though to study off of.
Yeah. I think we've kind of ran through a lot of them that I know of, at least.
Yeah, same. We hit the big ones and then like stuff that we would like to see.
Yeah. I definitely think that licensing is a little bit interesting to see. I do like the Alien stuff, and obviously Alien Isolation did really well too. A lot of people love that game, and I don't know why they never continued making it.
I haven't beat it because I got to a part where like I'm kind of stuck with the alien, and like one of the last times.
But when you see that thing like,
oh my God,
hang out, and then it falls to the ground, and you're like, oh God, and then you see the beep 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 beep, and you're like, ah! Yeah.
I'm at this one part where like I need to go through a certain door, and the alien popped up. So one of the last times I did, I'm like, okay, I want to throw something here and run this way. And I threw it and I ran, and the alien didn't go for it. It just
went for you.
I'm like, damn it!
Oh, dude, there was this video. There's this episode that we did where the xenomorph is attacking one crew member or whatever, and you're up on that balcony. It's pretty early on in the game, and you're looking down, so there's like stairs that go up to where you're at, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my God. And Christian's like, dude, what's happening down there? And then all of a sudden it starts to run, and you're like, oh, I guess he's just running off. And then Christian's like, dude, and it's just running up the stairs. I'm like, oh God. And I start turning around, I get stuck on a box, and then all of a sudden it just goes shing, and you're like, and you look down and there's just this tail like sticking out of you, and it comes back out, and then there's a hand that goes over the screen and then pulls you back, and I was like, oh my god, what happened?
Like those deaths are pretty brutal.
Yeah, no, they're pretty bad. That's definitely a cool game. So yeah, there you go. There's some horror games, some scary games. Might do another one like that, another topic like that later down in the future. But ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section below, put your favorite scary games that you played, whether past, present, or you want in the future. Is any final words for that? Any final words for the episode?
Nah.
No.
I'm ready for this mic to stop resting on my chest and blocking my the Star Wars logo, which I should have pointed out
during the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, we made it an hour and a half, so pretty good timing.
Yeah.
Pretty good timing. Half hour each. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of Bitcade. And if you guys want to watch more, make sure you definitely hit the subscribe button on wherever you are at. You can watch this on YouTube. Facebook is the audio version. The video version is only on YouTube, right here on our Primal Target channel. You can subscribe and watch the over 500 videos that we have here. There's a lot of podcasts, a lot of gameplays, PT plays is what we like to call them. And you can also go and subscribe to us over on iTunes if you want the audio version, and Podbean if you want the Android people. It's also available on Google Play as far as I've been told. And so I don't know wherever else is, but I upload to iTunes and Podbean, but it's available wherever you're hearing this. And go and rate it, hit the thumbs ups, tap the 5 stars, wherever you're at, so that people know that they need to be listening to Bitcade, as well as the other fantastic shows that we got planned in the future too. There's a lot of stuff. Tyler is going to be joining us on season 2 of PT 3600 on an anime episode. I actually just got done editing that, so by the time this is done, it should be up because that whole season's done and recorded with.
Nice.
So yeah, any shout outs, things you want to do, plugs you got?
Just plug my channel again, Tkashi Koi. If you're just like anime casually or a hardcore weeb, I like to sell myself in the middle.
Okay, you're on that line.
Don't buy. I'm not buying any body pillows or those mouse pads.
But you buy the figures.
Oh yeah, dude. Dude. I just I bought a Tamaki one.
Oh, from
Persona. Oh god. Yeah. So the voice actress for her is going to be at SakuraCon.
Oh, you're going to get signed?
Oh yeah, I'm going to bring the base.
Nice.
I already shouted it out on Twitter.
See, what you should do is take a picture of it and then bring the base and say, hey, I just want to let you know I do have this. Can you sign this?
Oh, no, yeah, I took a picture of it.
Okay.
Tagged her in Twitter, or added her at Twitter, and then someone's like, you should bring the figure. And I was thinking of not bringing it. Yeah. And if I did, I'd bring in the box. And she's like, just bring the base. I'm like, yeah, that's what I was thinking that. But yeah, I'm gonna do that.
There
so
you go.
She knows I'm
yeah, she knows you're coming.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then if I see
she'll be looking out for you. Like, oh, hey, you're the guy that I talked to 6 months ago. But okay.
No, I did it like a week ago.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to buy it. I was going do I buy it at the convention and risk it?
Yeah.
And possibly pay more, or just buy it now? So I'm like, buy it now.
Yeah.
Make sure I just got it. I just got it a couple days ago. It's amazing.
Nice.
Most expensive figure I own now.
Yeah. But, so what on your social media that did you post that
on? Just Twitter.
Okay.
Twitter, my Instagram, and that's it. I didn't put anything on my Facebook.
Okay. And it's all Tkashi Koi.
Yeah, Tkashi Koi. Just look for it's a red circle with my T and the K in it.
Links in the description for his YouTube channel is there for you guys, and then on this YouTube channel he has all the social media up there, just like how we do. Links in the description below for all the Primal Target social media. You can follow me at Ryan8Emore on all social medias, and that's gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for joining us for Bitcade, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Good night, everybody.